in Russia, they'll have, Putin will play like hockey games and everyone lets him win.
They let him do judo too.
Yeah, they let him do. It's kind of Steven Seagal style. Well, he's 900 pounds. And he just these demonstrations.
No,
where
he's actually legit with judo.
I know he's.
He's really legit.
Aikido, right?
No. Judo.
Is he judo?
Yeah. No, he's a black belt. He's an actual black belt. Putin is a legitimate black belt. Like when you watch him throw people around, watch video of it. Pull up Putin does judo.
But the hockey,
100%, he's legit.
So he's he's legit. That
yeah.
I actually didn't know that part.
He used to be a KGB guy.
But the hockey, he plays against high level professional hockey players.
They let him do hockey.
Let him win. He gets 11 points against But I feel like sometimes the trans stuff's that where everyone just kind of
right. It is. It is the same thing because everyone's scared. But when you watch him do judo, like 100%, that's real skill. Like 100%. Like, he definitely knows his shit. Like, if I saw that guy teaching at a judo academy somewhere, he's a black belt, and he was an instructor, I would say yes, legitimate.
Nice.
Yeah, Putin really knows judo.
What about Seagal? What do you think of Seagal?
He really is really good at Aikido.
He was the GOAT, right?
Well, no, but he was very talented. Like, if you just watch his fluidity and his technique in Aikido, if you go back to the early days when he was running a dojo in Japan, and I think he was legitimately the first American to run an Aikido dojo in Japan. No bullshit.
Yeah.
And I think he was married to the daughter of one of the main senseis or something. So he was like deep in the culture. And he was really good at Aikido. But Aikido is a martial art that was developed to disarm people with swords. So when someone's coming at you with a sword, you don't have a sword, you're disarming them. The idea is to try to use their momentum against them. It's kind of a reactive martial art, and it's like it's using your momentum and then using leverage and using technique. But it's not like offensive. And what he did in the movies is he made it offensive. Like if you go to Above the Law. Above the Law is a fucking great movie.
Well, he turned it into a tool to get tons of pussy.
This is him when he's older. Okay, this is Do-Rag Seagal.
Do-Rag Seagal is the best Seagal.
Do-Rag Seagal is not the best Seagal. You want to go to black and white film Seagal. Because you got to realize, like, Above the Law, go to old Steven Seagal footage. Above the Law was in... Jamie,
hell yeah,
bro! I'm telling you, listen, the guy. You can say whatever you want about the guy now, but I am just telling you.
I love him.
Yeah, listen. Fuck all this. Go to old Steven Seagal footage because this is a lot of like, he's basically in a movie now, right? Like, that's like he's in a movie. Those guys aren't really resisting.
And one that he's written as well.
No. Old Steven Seagal Aikido footage. There's like legitimate footage of him in the dojo.
Just doing work.
Yeah, like when you see like his ability to throw people. There you go.
He had the big feud with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
The top one's legit. I've seen this top one. So it's a lot of the movements and stuff, like very fluid. It's just not that effective a martial art in real practice. Like in real practice, a wrestler is going to take a Aikido guy down like 100% of the time.
Yeah, no Aikido guy's ever won one of the big competitions, really.
I mean, you could have a guy who starts out in Aikido for some strange reason and is just extraordinarily physically talented. Like if John Jones got into Aikido.
Sure.
He still would fuck people up in the UFC. There's certain people that are extraordinarily talented. They're training at the wrong place. That does happen.
Perhaps a trans Aikido fighter would do it.
But Aikido is just not the way to go. It's a beautiful martial art. It's a beautiful thing to learn. It is a really effective tool. Like if you know Aikido and a guy has like a bat and he's coming at you, it's actually a very important thing to know. Like some of the principles involved in avoiding like these strikes, like you could apply those in a real situation. But it's just like it's just not the martial art that you would say like is like on its own what's really good for fighting. You wouldn't say Aikido.
I feel like the reason why even guys like him, aside from that, were so great was just like that they believed it a little. You know when you see kind of, Jason Momoa right now as an action star, he doesn't think he's that guy. You know,
Right,
whereas
right.
like kind of even Jean-Claude Van Damme, like it was getting a little wishy-washy. What was the movie? What was them? You know?
Yes. Well, I think the audience capture like that, and especially then, you're talking about like the 80s and the 90s, where
Sure.
your connection to the audience is like so ethereal. It's so like it's mystical. Like why do they like me?
You're not
Where
seeing
are
this
these
guy
people?
every day.
You don't have any tweets about you. You're not getting any comments on YouTube. You're just like trying to figure out if people like you, and you're just doing karate movies.
Yeah. It is very easy to be like a god back in those days. It's kind of like more how music is, where it's. I always say that even if you look at kind of activist stuff.
He's doing splits on the top of like a
that's
building.
Jean-Claude's. His split move is the move.
Bro, he's doing splits on the top of a fucking giant pillar overlooking the city. I'd be scared to sit there.
90% of Jean-Claude Van Damme was his splits.
First of all, he's a beautiful man.
He's the best.
He's a beautiful man. I mean, his body is flawless. So he's over there, flawless body, doing splits.
More than splits too.
Yeah.
It's like,
look at him. He could do splits on. He could do splits on 2 chairs, where he puts one heel on each chair and he like suspends his body. That's nuts.
Oh
that's,
my God.
That's really hard to do, man.
so
Remember
much
that
splits.
video? I think it was CGI. It had to be CGI, where they did it in between the 2 trucks.
Yeah, there's a picture of it.
That's CGI. Right?
Both.
It has to be
They did do
CGI.
some of it, but yeah, they didn't.
I think he really can do that with his legs still. He really can do
I
a
don't think they
split.
were moving though. Yeah.
But they're not going to do that in between trucks, and he goes under the truck! And you lose Jean-Claude Van Damme in a fucking horrific semi-accident where his body gets turned into meat.
I think he's doing he's doing some wild stuff right now.
Is he?
Oh, on the internet? Yeah, I think. Well, he had that. He did like a web series, and then he had like some porn star girlfriend. He was posting photos of him just like in a hot tub with you, just like rocking out.
Damn.
Yeah, it was kind of cool.